Division agents? Can you hear me? This is Mackenzie Merritt. Cleaners attacked the community. We've taken heavy losses. I've moved the remaining survivors to a safe room.
Nice little setup you've got here, Eminem. Thanks, Nat. Surprised you didn't send one of your henchmen to check up on us. You don't send a stranger to check up on friends. Agreed. So why are you here? Eminem, Mac, I know we've had our differences in the past, but I would hope that after all this time, given the state of, well, everything, you could bury the hatchet.
You need to hurry and find those civvies before the cleaners do. That was me. This guy is seriously unhinged. Be careful, Agent. He's well armed and literally on fire. Take him out and get those civvies out of there. Agent, watch out. That's the cleaner that killed our security team. He's using some special fuel. The flames had a weird color and decimated everything in their path. Please, be careful, Agent.
need new armor!
He's using some special fuel. The flames had a weird color and decimated everything in their path.
Agent down.
DPS don't matter all that much if you can't do the mechanic. Okay. All right. Get him. He's wrecked. He's just about. There we go. Somebody get on this valve right here. Okay. I thought you were going to. I thought you were going to a bar. Alright. Yeah. Whoa! God just randomly snuck us. Alright, dance floor. That stage. Yep. Get him to stand inside of it. Like this. Like right outside of it. And then he'll come into it. There you go. I got it. We might have ads soon. Yeah, oh, he's gonna kill me. Who's got eye? He's on the bar. He's on the bar. He's on the bar. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Oh, nice. He's immune. Heals, heals. Ads. toast. Checking. Bars up. Alright, Allstate. What are we holding for? Oh, we sure do. Alright. This one will be done soon. Alright, Allstate, back to the bar. And we're actually going to the bar this time, I promise. Hit it. I swear to God, the sledgehammer takes longer to explode sometimes. Get over here! Oh, he's a man now. Okay. Can we take the eye? Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. They're dead. Where are we going? Yeah, that's exactly where you need to stand. All safe. Hit it! Beautiful. I'm throwing my turret up. I'm down. Allstate's about to res me. Alright, what's open? Shit. We got one shot over on the bar. Shit. There's a hatchet guy coming to me. I have the eye. Somebody get a res. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Yeah, Cal's got you. You ready? Go! Go, 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 go! Oh, that's a lounge? Oh my god. I'm backwards, I'm sorry. He's enraged. Fuck, dude! We're doing good though. Dude, if my brother was here, we'd clear this like it was nothing. Grenades ready. He's in position. Okay, come on. Believe. We got him. Come on. Yes. It's worth a try. Yep, that's it. Yeah, GG's, guys. It's a good game. You just sometimes doesn't work out. Yeah. It's a pain in the ass. Firestorm. Whoa, tell me more. Ooh, okay. So 3 pieces for armor regen and shield health. 2 pieces for increased threat. Improvise. Prototype. Salacious.
I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Mutant, but is in fact just a weird guy.
Welcome to the Academy for Mutants.
Hey, quick question. Tickle, tickle.
Is that your power?
Oh no, that's just how I wanted to get this party started. No, but for serious, are you Scottish or English, or do y'all hang out, or
What?
are you Scottish or English, or?
I'm British.
Okay, all right, right on, yeah.
And here we cultivate mutant powers.
Wow.
To help.
What? I just said wow.
Don't say wow while I'm explaining what we do here.
Right on.
We have Wolverine, claws, Cyclops, laser eyes. What do you do?
Burrito. I have one right here.
You have a loose burrito in your pocket?
I just want to finish it up before all the bugs get out. No. Could I pet your bald head?
I'm frying your brain. He's still eating it. This is terrifying.
This is scary. Keep going though. Professor X recruits who he thinks is a mutant, but is in fact
DC itself, or maybe at least in one of the DCs, but I think New York also has to receive some love, and to me New York looks way cooler than Washington. That's simply me. I think it looks way doper. Skyscrapers, all the trash, it just brings all the good memories from Division 1 time, and I really love just exploring New York. And I think it looks gorgeous. So this event will be absolutely a blast in New York. In terms of this week's vendor reset, we have a couple maybe pickable assault rifles. Rest of them is absolutely trash. Orbit is kinda good pistol to pick up. It used to be my main weapon in pistol slot, but then we received quick step, and that's like meta for everyone right now. But Orbit, if you're collecting things, definitely buy Orbit. Once upon a time it will be really strong. But before we continue, quick word from today's sponsor, Sky Coach. They can offer a crazy amount of boosts in any game, Division 2, Destiny, you name it. The best part about this service that they will follow your game rules. When to get your wanted item and how to get your wanted item is fully up to you, but by using my promo code RBDIF, you will receive 10% discount on absolutely all services. These guys are trusted worldwide. They have tons of customer reviews. You can check everything by yourself. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate, drop your comment down below in comment section or contact the operator, and the rest will be the history. After Orbit, I really don't know how much we can actually buy. We have a lot of named items, which are kinda not usable. This LMG is not bad if you will make it as a prototype LMG. You can reroll third attribute or talent and get decent LMG. If you want to use something with with tipping scale. But if you're a new player and you try to level up your expertise system, first of all, I think it's not necessary. You can bypass absolutely all the shenanigans that involves farming this expertise system that's grindy as hell. You can simply farm a little bit of escalation missions. If you need help, hit me up on Xbox. I will carry you through any of the escalation missions and we will assemble for you easy builds. Tipping scales can be made like in 2-3 runs. At least if we're gonna run like tier 7 and up missions, easily in 2-3 runs we can make a really strong tipping scales build, and this rule will be applied to all the builds with Striker, Hunter's Fury. You need like couple runs to make really the build in high tier escalation missions. If you need something specific, that's a different story. For example, if you want to make Striker with Armor Core attribute, only way how to do that is by making it as a prototype gear by yourself. So you're getting your wanted roll, for example, Hazard Protection. If you want to use Backfire, you roll Armor as main core attribute and then make it as Expertise level 30 and Proto gear piece. So in that case, yeah, you need Expertise level, but if you need basic builds, Striker DPS build, Tipping Scales DPS build, Hunter's Fury DPS build, Heartbreaker Face Tank build, you can assemble those builds like in one day if someone is helping you, and boom, you are low level character, but you have already end game build. You don't need to grind for ridiculous expertise system. So if you're a new player and you still want to get those 30 levels, donate everything to your expertise system. After you donated everything you could from the vendors, create another character, boost it up to level 30 and do the same story. Because at level 30 you will find completely different items at those exact same vendors. And that will help you to speed up the progress with your expertise system. So yeah, bye.
Hey everyone, Rogold here, welcome back to The Division 2. Today, the latest update has dropped in-game, and it has brought with it the long-awaited summer event, also known as the Dust Storm. It begins today, July 21st, and runs for 3 weeks through August 11th. If you want a super broad overview of what this entails, and more importantly what is in it for you, then this infographic shows off the 6 total new outfits to obtain, a new event-exclusive D50 named item, and a variety of skins for items like the Lexington, the St. Elmo's, the Scanner Pulse, and all of this is atop the usual offerings of an event like this, with the chance to farm desirable items like the Lexington, the Turmoil, the Quickstep. They're now throwing prototype gear into the mix, so this video is going to cover it all. How the event works, what rewards are available through which sources, how to best align your time and gameplay. Timestamps are down below to guide you to whichever section you may need. I wanted to very quickly shout out that we've currently got a 15% off sale over at the Rogue Gold store. If you enter code ROGUESUMMER26 at checkout, you can save on some of our limited summer items or anything else on the site. The link for that is also down in the description. Thanks so much if you do choose to check it out. But that said, an endless thank you to all of our channel members on here who already support my work month in and month out. I could not be here without your contributions. With all of that covered, a like on the video and a subscription would be sincerely appreciated if this guide ends up helping you out. But let's get straight to it. Alright, let's begin with some top level details. As you may have already noticed from the gameplay so far, Dust Storm takes place entirely within New York City and at the Haven Settlement. DC and the White House are not involved here. Now, in case you do not own the Warlords of New York expansion and don't have access to New York normally, no worries, the expansion has been made free for the 3-week window that this event is here. That said, you are required to have a level 40 character to partake, and you must have completed the Wony campaign, meaning if you didn't own it previously and you're jumping in specifically for this event, then you do have to do a campaign playthrough before you can start farming. As per usual, I wanted to highlight that if at any point you become confused about event mechanics, progress, or anything else as we go through, of course feel free to bookmark this video and come back for clarification, but if you just want a quick in-game reference, then always go back to your Seasons tab in the menu. The preview window shows how far along you are on cache progress, how the community cache is progressing, as well as the total number of keys you own. Expanding it will then show you a bit more progress, the time remaining on the event, but most importantly, you can toggle event info down at the bottom for a full rundown of the major event components. Alright, next up, let's talk the gameplay loop. Usually, I like to start with the rewards so that you know what you're grinding for and you can target what kinds of rewards you want to go for first. But in this case, Dust Storm transforms the open world much more drastically than we've seen from past similar events. Basically, as soon as you step outside, things are happening and the clock is ticking. So I want to arm you with as much information as I can. There are 2 different world states and weather patterns to be aware of when exploring, those being the calm dust storm and the raging dust storm. When you first head out into the world, you will be within a calm dust storm. This is the default event setting. It has moderate conditions and visibility restrictions. It will last anywhere from 16 to 18 minutes, and it is worth noting that this allegedly cannot be cheesed. If you log out and back in, or you go to DC and then travel back to New York, the timer will restart. So, what does a calm storm mean in terms of gameplay and enemies? During a calm storm, unique event kill squads known as the Dust Devils will spawn in every 6 minutes. These guys are one of your main sources of event keys, as well as a way to progress towards an event boss spawn. We'll cover both of those shortly, but it means that they are vital to take out. But that said, again, during the calm storm, you are limited to a 6-minute spawn timer. This means that calm storms are the ideal time to seek out storm beacons, which we will also cover momentarily, but those will let you override the cooldown timer. But overall, during this time, you're just playing, waiting your 16 minutes, killing Dust Devils as they spawn in. One suggestion I can offer is to keep moving, and this applies to any open world gameplay for this event. The devs emphasize that spawns will occur more frequently, and naturally, the more mobile you are, moving through different streets and areas. That has been my experience playing so far as well. But conversely, if you want to turn down the heat at any time, you can try clearing out the enemies and remaining a bit more stationary. So, after your calm dust storm subsides, which again should be about 16 to 18 minutes, you will then enter into a raging dust storm. This is characterized by heavier visibility restrictions, more ambient noise and whistling wind, but this is the time to put your foot to the pedal. A raging storm lasts for 8 minutes, and in this time, Dust Devils can spawn in continuously. According to the devs' estimations, you can defeat up to 48 Dust Devil enemies in a single raging storm. Up to 6 enemies can possibly be on your screen or in your vicinity at one time. So again, when this storm appears, you want to keep moving, eliminate all spawning enemies as quickly as possible for maximum efficiency. After those 8 minutes, once a raging storm concludes, the loop basically resets. You will either enter into another 16 to 18 minutes calm storm, or you have a chance to be met with sunny weather, which is basically just a short reset period for the whole thing. But the point is, if you stay out in the world, then this loop will continue to repeat itself for as long as you want to be out there to farm. Now, before we move on to a few more details and mechanics, I did want to touch on Dust Devil modifiers, as well as loadout recommendations. As you fight these new event enemy units, you may notice a variety of unknown icons above their head. Those relate to these inherent modifiers that they have applied to them. The basic gist is that this event wants you to get right up in their face. When you're within 10 meters of a given enemy, you will be dealing 50% more damage to them, and they will be dealing 20% less damage. So, in light of that, as always, there are a variety of builds that you could run to be effective here. One easy one, though, would be a backfire loadout incorporating protection from elites. This is the one you've been seeing in this video. It is hitting 70% PFE thanks to my mods and survivalist. I also have 100% hazard protection to mitigate the backfire bleed and just be more resilient overall. And that's thanks in large part to the sand and stone passive modifier from this season. So, of course, that is far from the only loadout to run, whether you're talking in the realm of backfire builds or something else entirely, but it's just one example that's worked well for me. Alright, now the next gameplay component to discuss are the previously mentioned storm beacons. If you played the last major seasonal event called Cherry Blossom, you'll find these to be quite similar to the corrupted lanterns that were scattered across DC, but this time, some key improvements have been made to the system. So between the 4 New York City zones, there are 20 of these beacons hidden. It is worth noting that beyond their visual look, they also make a distinct droning noise that can help identify them. Here's a listen at what that sounds like. So what happens when you interact with a storm beacon? Well, for one, you receive a drop from the event gear cache pool. We'll cover what is in that pool in the reward section, but this is good stuff, rare items, exotics, etc. But additionally, interacting with the beacon will spawn in a Dust Devil squad, and this can override the 6-minute cooldown timer that you have during a calm storm. This is why I mentioned that these can be most valuable to claim during a calm storm, given that Raging Storm has enemies spawning left and right anyway. Now, one huge improvement that has been made compared to the Cherry Blossom event is that any claimed beacons reset every day of the event, meaning when you log on each new day, all 20 of these will be waiting for you to interact with again. One of my very next videos that I will be working on will be a guide to where all 20 beacons are located, as well as my suggested route to claiming them all, because alongside the daily key boost, which we'll be touching on shortly, logging in for 30 minutes per day, running the gauntlet to claim all 20 of these beacons and going through one full storm cycle, that may very well end up being a more efficient and better way to complete the entire event over grinding several hours each day. So, hopefully you understand the mechanics and value behind these beacons for when you do run into them. As I said, keep an eye out for another video covering the locations of all 20 and an ideal daily farming route. Now, finally, in terms of gameplay, let's cover the event bosses and the event hunter. You may think that when I say event bosses, I mean the Dust Devils, because they are also named enemies, but no, these are 2 named NPCs that can spawn from this event. They are key to this overall loop and offer even further rewards. Now, these guys are based on a kill counter, meaning once you eliminate around 50 Dust Devils, that is when Paul and Black Lung will spawn in. They are still from the Rikers faction, but they're more equipped. They have stuff like shade skills. Some additional important details here. Unlike back in the Cherry Blossom event with the Ronin, Paul and Black Lung will always spawn together, regardless of if you are solo or in a group. They can also spawn in regardless of what the current weather condition is. So long as you have reached the total 50 required Dust Devil kills, they will appear, and each time you defeat one of them, they will drop a guaranteed event key, in addition to your first defeat granting you a cosmetic replica of their headgear. So, those are the bosses, but what about this fabled hunter? Well, it's fairly simple. Each time a raging storm concludes, which is also just the end of a complete dust storm cycle, so about 25 minutes of gameplay, that is when the event hunter has a chance to spawn in. It is not guaranteed, but when he does, it is a nice way to cap off all of that grind. That said, there's not much to this. It's actually just the same setup as the event bosses in terms of rewards, albeit rarer to see this guy spawn in, but he will drop a guaranteed event key each kill, as well as awarding you with the mask upon first defeat. So, now that we've covered everything with gameplay and event mechanics, let's now shift over to the other big half of this whole equation, which is what to do with all of these keys you'll be racking up. Firstly, there are 3 methods of
Yeah, I was trying to do the incursion just a minute ago. Here, hold on. I'm gonna swap to high armor. Alright, I'm flagging. Jesus. Was that to the head or to the body? 2.6. 2.6. Amplified damage. Okay. That's dank. If you're negating damage when you run a glass cannon, or no? Exo, try it with the ninja bike, 1 Hasberg, 1 breaking point, 2 hot shot, and 1 Arialdi. Oh. This is all marksman rifle damage and then a little bit of detox. Jesus Christ. Man, they better not nerf it. They fucked up the shroud. Yeah. The shroud was my favorite sniper for a while, and then I come back and they nerfed it. It's just it's a chance. Was it a heavy storm or a regular storm? Because it's a chance to spawn after the heavy. So I had the best results. I had the best results whenever I had a group. I kept adding people in. Yeah. I don't know then. I killed Loso. I don't know where. There's one by Foxtrot. I'm here. What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, we've been needing a one tap. That's insane. So you just... So does running that with a Reviver Hive interrupt the animation or fuck anything up? Whoa. Me? I can swap. Jesus. I hit you for 4 mil. I don't remember. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. Yeah, man, I gotta get through the fucking incursion and get that sniper. Oh, shit. Alright, I'm back. That shit's gonna cause a problem in conflict. I didn't even get to have that much fun with Shroud before I got nerfed. Oh, you run Unbreakable and then a Gunslinger build. So you keep the sniper in your hand until you get close enough, and then you swap on them. That's dirty. That's pretty incredible. Oh, absolutely. Whoa, 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 whoa. This guy meleeed me? That's not a thing, right? This guy meleeed... This guy meleeed me and it froze me in place. It, like, stickied me. Is that a thing? Or is this guy fucking cheating? No, it wasn't Shocker Punch. I know what Shocker Punch looks like. That was not Shocker Punch. That was something fucking weird. So you could run that sniper with a glass cannon skill build and just be unkillable. Same shit. So it's not working as intended then. I mean, I'm sure that aspect will get nerfed, but that's still... Does the game say you're in a downed state whenever you get shot? And it says it on the feed as well. Huh. Jesus. That's impressive. Is there room? Okay, the real question is, does it negate Sweet Dreams? Yeah, so okay, we shoot him till he's low armor, and then you're supposed to be able to instant knock someone with a melee. Yeah. Not HP, armor. I used to run it in DZ. I used to have a Sweet Dreams build. We've got a pesty build on right now. I think it'll start burning through your stacks. Doesn't matter what build we run. I do not know. Do you guys care if I run meme builds in conflict, or do you want me to run something serious? I have a sniper turret. Oh, dude, I've gotten kills with it before. Yeah, it hits like a fucking truck, bro. Especially if I get a headshot. Yeah. The thing is, you have to use your teammates. How does it? I want to know how that sniper reacts to a bonk build. No way. So what you do is you hit the fire sticky and don't ignite it right away. Leave it stuck and it'll keep burning. And then after a few seconds, you'll probably burn through all the stacks and then explode it, and then it'll do more burn damage. Oh, okay. They got 2 status effect builds. Hmm. Yeah, burster. You have to max out explosive damage. Technically, it should be 2 explosions. Wow. Oh shit. Yep, I'm getting cooked. They got a status effect build. I have no game sound. Shit. I'm gonna put on my Hasbro build. Are they still running status? Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. How is he shooting me? Fuck. I'm resable. GG's. Huh. I have zero fucking game sound. Where that? Where that? I'm coming. All right. Fuck, I'm down. It's just those skill builds, bro. The status won't hurt me because I'm 100% Hasbro, but the damage does. One above me, right here. Diabetes, you want to push him? Hold on, get rid of this, get rid of this. Nice. Dude. They almost lost. Yep. That was me. I backed out. I'm not. I don't have any game sound right now. I'm gonna try and relog. I got left is like whatever gear you can get, and then very nice. Sick. Yeah, you can take my spot, bro. I'm just trying to make sure that my game sound is
Entering safe area.
I don't know what happened. It's
Agent
just
in
kinda
need
vanished.
of backup.
Alright. GG's, guys. Halfway there.